Mato no one can go none. Alright, Japan. So this week we got Blackclover spoilers again. We got chapter 311. And yo, let me tell you something right now. There's a lot of different things happening. Normally the chapters falls based on one storyline or one particular character following up on that character. This week chapter is like we're getting different stories meshed into the chapter. So it's pretty much kinda it might be a hard read, you might build up suspense on one page and turn to the next page and there's something totally different, but nevertheless it's pretty much good still, so let's get into it. So firstly we got it looks like we're seeing a continuation from last week, so it's like a conclusion with Xenon versus Yuno, so it's pretty crazy. We're seeing that Yuno slices straight through his upper torso, his chest basically, and we're seeing Xenon facing backwards, and like he's behind him. So I'm not sure what is the conclusion, and he could probably be defeated, but it's Blackclover chapter, so we're not sure if he actually won. But nevertheless, it's spoilers at the same time, so we don't really have the translations. But we can see looking pretty victorious, right? So the next chapter we goes on to see Asta. Yo, my boy Asta is back, and we're seeing him in his regular form. Right, with all the double union, and we're seeing Chibi, Libby on the shoulder. We're seeing Mimosa there. We're seeing it seems if that's the Heart Queen. Also we get Notch standing. I'm not sure what he's saying, but he's standing there with Mimosa. We're seeing what someone look like the Heart Queen, so I'm not sure if he's probably analyzing the room. We're seeing like Shadow like under his foot, so I'm not sure if that's like one of his devils appearing to him to give him a message, but it's pretty it's nothing much really happening beyond that point. We see like Asta was shouting, but we don't have a translation, so we can't really see particularly what he's shouting and saying. So then we move on to Oma, the man of the moment, the Devil Master himself, Morris. You see him standing behind. Well, actually, he's in front of what seems to be like a morph devil. It's pretty weird. Devil don't look like typically a more refined devil. His form is grotesque. He has two heads. We do have a bit of rough translation, so it says reconstruction magic operation. We watch the descent of the Demon King together, if he will be alive. I'm not sure who he's referring to or what he's talking about, but it seems as if he used a spell called reconstruction magic operation. So I'm not sure that actually he morphed this devil, because his devil don't seem. I mean, these devils are pretty alright, but to me this form looks pretty different. So I'm not sure if he uses his magic to make a new form of a devil. I'm not sure what it is, but it's pretty grotesque. It's pretty huge too, because it's towering over him, right? It got legs similar to what Dante legs was when he went all out versus Yami in his devil mode. Well, him versus Asta and Yami, and he went pretty humongous. The devil have a form similar to that in size, but his head structure is pretty much it's different. It's pretty. I'm not sure what's happening there, but it don't look like a typical devil. So I'm not sure what he did, because he's a scientist, so he did tamper with the genetics of a devil, which is crazy to think about. Then we move on to see Morris, and what seems as if to be a devil form. His devil form actually is identical to what Dante's devil form look like. So it's pretty much confirmed that is Lucifer is devil. Because his wings looks identical to what Dante wings was when he went into his form. Even the horns, the mark on his head, it's pretty much the same thing. And we're seeing he's actually releasing some form of magic from his fingers, and he's sending the magic into devils. So I'm not sure what's happening. I think and some of the raw scans were saying that he's actually turning devils or mutating the devils. So it's pretty weird. But alright, we're gonna move on again. We see whoa, Dorothy. Dorothy's there. Wait, so I'm wondering if that they're in her dreamscape, in her dream magic. I'm not sure if that's what's happening there, but it's insane because what it seems as if happening there in Dorothy's dream magic, and Morris is literally dominating, which is absurd because this is the space where we know she's most powerful. So I'm not sure if he's using specifically the gravity magic, but he's literally in Dante's devil form. So then we move on to him, like he's gloating. He says, unlike Dante, I'm the messenger of the most powerful devil, Lucifer. Do you know what I'm talking about? Then we see this giant mouth open up on his head. So I'm not sure if that's what he's representing when he's saying the messenger of the most powerful. So the mouth on his head, where the marking was, is literally opening out. It seems as if the mouth is about to say something. It's weird. Morris is a particular character. So the last panel we're gonna have literally the black pearls. We seen even Henry. This guy has been off panel off the scene for a good while now. So he's kind of making a return. So hopefully he does something spectacular. But that's basically just it for this chapter.